Welcome to Book Please Podcast. It's Alina here.
Hey guys, it's Amanda.
We are in our Valentine's pink. It's Valentine's week.
The only time I'm going to wear this dress.
You're not going to wear that dress again?
This is very vibrant. I don't know. It's a little much.
It's a hot pink, honey.
I know.
You're looking good. I love it.
I'm walking down the street. No one will hit me.
What do you mean? Oh,
like I'm so
by
bright.
A car. You know? Yeah, it's like crossing guard neon. I'm like, what? Today has been a long day for me, mentally, physically, emotionally.
We have those days.
I feel like we sound like we're going through it and we're like happy people. Like we're just exaggerating. Like everything's fine. It was just the setup from hell today at the studio.
It's okay.
We keep saying that we're going to do wine.
Today would have been a perfect day.
Today would have been a day to just drown me in wine.
I agree. And it's funny. I was actually going to text you and ask if you had wine to bring.
I was going to. Honestly, I was going to. But we're doing our Galentine's tomorrow. So I'm like, I don't want to drink tonight and then drink tomorrow and then drink on Valentine's Day. You know,
Amanda would drink every day.
Amanda would support that fully. I'm so excited. So we're doing a Galentine's with the girlies on Wednesday for us. It's when this episode drops, actually. And we're gonna do, I have so many cute pink theme things. I'm so excited to have my girlies together.
My outfit is actually
Are you doing the PJs?
I'm doing PJs, but it's an outfit that I stole from my little sister when I was staying there.
I'm obsessed with your little sister, so I know I'm gonna love it.
It's cute.
Does it have Taylor?
No. It's actually like little booty shorts, and I was like, she's too young for this anyway. So
I'm dead. And you're like, and now it's underwear on me.
Exactly.
That's really funny. It's gonna be a Hoey Galentine's. So we're doing like girly, like Valentine's themed PJs.
Maybe we'll go live.
We're doing. Oh, we should. Yeah. We're gonna do like some rosé. I'm getting rosé because it's like pink.
Oh, maybe we'll do like a Q&A.
I got us. Oh yeah, I got us pink champagne flutes. I got us pink little heart glasses. Of
course you did.
You're the only one that knows these things, and now our listeners will know. But like,
you always go all
I'm
out.
not telling the crew until they arrive tomorrow. They'll see like the whole thing.
I'm gonna send them the episode tomorrow morning.
Don't. I hope they slack and don't listen. Well, we'll know who listened. Let us know. Like, if you know the theme, let me know what's up. Yeah. But all the girlies are coming in their PJs. It'll be so fun and cute.
And we have like 2 friends. We don't have none of them. I'm kidding. I have
Girl, there's like 10 people coming.
What? You know 10
Speak
people?
for your damn self.
You didn't warn me, but I'm going to take an anxiety pill for all these people.
These things, and it's like, what are you talking about? It's like really unsure.
I know like 2 people that are coming.
We'll go over the list later. Okay?
Okay.
But I do love this week. Like, even if you're not in a relationship, I've always loved the week of Valentine's Day. Like, even just with my family, like my mom and I will always like do a little something or give each other something cutesy or just like show love with friends to yourself. I think that's so important.
Speak for yourself, but if I'm single on Valentine's Day, I'm like, fuck everyone else. Oh, they only show they love you on this day. I'm like so salty. But no. When I'm in a relationship, I love it. I'm like, you have to be extra special today.
Yeah. I spent most of my Valentine's days single before meeting. I mean, in my 20s, I would say, because I didn't meet my boyfriend until my late 20s. So most of my Valentine's days, I would say, a lot of them through my 20s, I was not in a relationship, and I still enjoyed them. Like, I was always festive. I always wore my pink. I did things with my girlies. We went for drinks, whatever. And I would say, like, something that I would always promise to do something for myself. Like, I'd be like, oh, I'm going to book a massage, or I'm going to go to a nice little workout class and wear my pink, like, leggings or whatever. Just, like, exciting, cute little ways to show myself love still. And it just, like, I'm always a hopeless romantic.
I love that for you.
Yeah. But are you excited for this week?
I am. I'm doing something for Valentine's Day, so I'm excited about that. But I kind of agree with you, too. Like, I can remember one time, maybe I have been single multiple Valentine's, I don't remember, but there was one time I was going through a breakup, and one of my best friends from back home like knew Valentine's Day was coming up, so she sent me a heart-shaped bamboo.
Oh yes.
And I think about it to this day because I'm like, that is like the cutest things anyone has ever done for me, knowing that like I'm going to be alone. And she was in a relationship and she's like, I got you. I'm going to think about you. I'm going to send you something.
No, that's so cute. And it's so special. And I feel like friends are definitely soulmates too.
Yes.
And it's such a special thing. And I think tomorrow, like even just our little Galentine's, like I'm looking forward to just as much as having my Valentine's Day date.
Same.
So yeah, I'm super excited. But I love my dress for Valentine's Day.
Girl, when you sent me a picture, I was like, you guys aren't going to leave the house.
I'm so excited. The store, Outcast Clothing, it's Australian. I swear, I always love the Australian brands.
Take all my money.
I love the I love White Fox Boutique. And my mom's from Australia, and her whole family, like her side of the family is there. So I have half my family there. And so I extra love it. But Outcast Clothing, check them out on Instagram. Literally, you will pass away.
I want everything.
Yeah.
I want everything.
Don't you? Like, everything is so fire. Their prices could be a little more Fashion Nova.
That's why I said take all my money. Oh, yeah.
They could have been
it'd be my whole closet.
Right? They could be a little bit more.
I'm like, I'll wait till that's on sale.
A little more cheap. But yes.
And they have outfits for everything.
Yes.
Like I was looking at like stuff to go to like raves and things. And I was like, you're like, I got you. You sent me. I'm like, they have some
I was like,
shit.
you're going to a festival? Like this is what you're wearing.
I said raves. I don't know what it's called these days.
If you're gonna go to like a Coachella, like look there. I'm telling you.
Wait, I have a serious question. Is a rave and a festival the same thing or no?
Girl, I don't know.
I feel like a rave's a little more trash.
It's such it's such a world that I'm not a part of that I couldn't give you the.
I haven't been in it since college.
Yeah,
I feel like.
It's just like someone invited you and you're gonna go.
And all I care about mostly is the outfit.
And you're just like, like I'm gonna wear a cute outfit. I think it's more of a festival what you're doing.
Okay.
But it just look good, like whatever.
That's all I care about.
But your outfit for Valentine's Day is from Opali, right?
Yes.
Another one I love.
Same thing. Their prices could be cheaper.
Hat Miami Styles is a good one. That's a little cheaper and has cute stuff. And they have a store here in the Miami area, but they also have like a fire online store. Like when I lived in Jersey, I would only get their stuff online, and then I moved here and I was like, shit, I know
you text me all the time. You're like, I'm gonna go. Do you want to come?
Yes, that place. They know me. They're like, oh, like I go there for outfits for like every trip, every occasion, every like date night, and I'll walk in. They're like, how was Tulum, girl? I'm like, you guys know me too much. Okay, you know me too much.
I love that for you.
Yes, but we love you guys. Speaking of Galentine's, Valentine's, our booklets, we're so appreciative of you, and honestly, it is like what you were, I know you were joking, but it can really be a hard time for people.
It can be, yes. Yeah.
And just know, like, it is only a moment in time. And a lot of people that because I was the one for many of my 20s, like, not in relationships, I would watch, and it would hurt, like, seeing my friends, like, do things and whatever. Like, you would be so happy for them. But I will say, like, okay, maybe they were in relationships then, and then I who like waited, and when you really find like your person, then it means so much more. Like they've been in and out of relationships since then. It's not always going to be the case. One day it will be your turn, and being selective, knowing your worth, knowing what you deserve, and not settling is the better thing. So if you feel like you're not winning, you are, and your turn will come when the timing is right. And it's very exciting.
Yeah, you can find out you're a side piece because they're not taking you out for Valentine's Day.
That's how you know.
That's how you know.
Oh my goodness, you
saw what I posted
too many
today.
Memes. She's deep in the toxicity Instagram, and I've lost a good one. I've lost her. Yes.
Oh God, it's just so good. It's so good.
There's none of our listeners are side pieces. Let me tell you that much.
No, I mean, well, I hope not, but that's a sucky way to find out.
If they're busy on Valentine's Day, just go. It is not worth it. That is not your person. If they're not excited about it, if they're not putting in the effort, if you don't even know if they're going to ask you, if it's going to be weird, you know your answer. Just follow your gut. And then deep down.
I feel like too, people are like, I used to be like this, but now I'm like, you know what? It's a day to celebrate love. Like, why not? Where people are like, your person should be treating you like that all the time, not just on that day. They shouldn't just buy you flowers on that day.
Right.
But like, still, I feel like if girls like it and it's like a thing for them and it makes them happy, just do it. Yes, the restaurant service sucks on Valentine's Day, but
who cares?
Yeah,
exactly. Just make them feel special.
Exactly.
And the whole world, you see, all of their partners, they're making them feel special. You don't want her to be like making excuses for this and that in her head, and like, just do it. Does it really?
Maybe you can't get reservations on Friday. Do Saturday.
But also make the fucking reservation ahead of time. Be a grown ass man. Like, come on. I am so tired. Like, make the plan. Like, I don't even know where I'm going, what I'm doing. I just know what time I have to be ready and what the attire is, and that's it. And I'm happy.
I love that.
I'm great. Same. And you know what? I get just because flowers every month.
And then I also feel like there's girls that are like, oh, the date special. I'm going to plan everything. And no. I feel like
Yeah.
I get it if you like to take control and do those things, but I think this is when
Yeah,
a man
just
should
let
step
this
up.
day.
Yeah. This day, let them take care of it.
Yeah, for sure. And you know what? If you don't want to do a night thing, you can always be creative and do
Mhm.
like massages or something.
It doesn't have to be dinner.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, yeah. But
Yep.
wishing you all
And
a
ladies,
great
lingerie night.
What is going on?
Did
you have wine?
No. High off life.
Okay. Well,
Moving on.
should we talk about the Super Bowl? You actually watched it. Thank God you did, though.
Yeah. I
Well,
feel like
thank God, but like you just didn't want to see the Chiefs again get another one. And I think the whole world who didn't have it like a stake in the game is with you. Like they've won 2 years in a row. Let's go. Like, come on, somebody else take it.
I didn't win money, sadly. My numbers were not good for my boxes.
Yeah.
But my mom won money, my aunt won money, so excited for them.
That's amazing.
And yeah, I as much as like I like to see the Chiefs lose, no offense, but I feel like it wasn't a good game. Like the Eagles tore them up. I wanted it to be close.
A bad game.
Yeah.
I didn't want them to win. I feel like they've won the past 2 years. Jalen Hurts. I'm not an Eagles fan. I'm a Giants fan, and we're rivals. But I wanted to. Jalen Hurts deserved a ring. Saquon Barkley deserved a ring.
Yep.
It was so great to see. I'm so happy for them. Somebody new. And it was a redemption game. Like they were in the Super Bowl previously, the Chiefs versus the Eagles, like 2 years ago, and lost. So it was like this is their turn. And I think that.
You ready for this?
Yeah.
You're going to be happy about this. Eagle fans.
Yes.
People at this stadium.
Yes.
Assholes. What are you booing Taylor Swift for?
Wow.
I was like, that is so I was like, I know Philly people are crazy, but yeah, extra crazy.
I think it's just childish in general. It doesn't matter who
She's
it
a
is.
woman.
It's just somebody supporting. Boo a man. That's it. That's all I got to say. Like, this is the thing. It's not about who she is. Because if it were any celebrity, I would be like, are you guys children? Why are we doing this? It's literally gotten so silly. But you want to know
I would have booed her if they were winning.
Do you want to know what the most unhinged part of it all for me was? That people, like I made a silly joke on TikTok, like whatever. I started an entertainment news TikTok. You can follow me.
Make sure you follow.
At Alina here, because it's Alina here. And I just like made a quick comment about it. And I knew like people were going to say things. But it was good because it was a mix of Swifties. And then it was really, really, really angry people. And it went viral. Like it has like, I think 100,000 views at this point. Oh my
God, I got to share it.
Like it went nuts. People are unwell in the comments.
What'd you say?
I just basically said, like, how old are we? It doesn't matter who you like or don't. Like, why are we booing somebody?
I didn't even watch that and
I was like, she's a human being supporting her boyfriend. Everybody grow up. That's all I said. It was like a couple seconds. And people went nuts. They were very, very mean in the comments, but it's fine. I really don't care. Thank you for the engagements. And then I got a bunch of followers, and I know that there are good people because if they're following me from that one, that means they're nice. So I love that.
I don't even like Taylor Swift, and I agree.
Do you know what people were commenting that was the most unhinged? A lot of people were saying it's the Eagles, like blah, 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 which, yes, that makes sense to me. People were also making it political, which whatever. But the number one thing that I have a problem with, the comment that I was getting that people can't be this crazy.
I'm dying to know.
You're dying to know because you will die. People said that they were booing her because of the Justin Baldoni, Blake Lively legal drama.
I get it.
Do you know how many people were? They said they're doing it because of Justin Baldoni. I'm like, nobody in the NFL community knows about this.
I'm sorry. They're too busy thinking about football. The last thing they're thinking about is that drama.
Eagles fans are not like, it because we hate Blake and we love Justin. I'm like,
bullshit.
That is the craziest leap. You guys have lost your minds. You've lost the plot with this whole legal drama. That is not why Taylor Swift was being booed. You can think of so many reasons. People don't want to see her on the screen. They made a joke. It's become a running joke. Oh, we don't want to see her anymore.
Yep.
Oh, she's affiliated with the Chiefs. Oh, politically, it's like some people don't like her and Donald Trump was there. So there's like the dual opinions.
Listen, Paige and Craig were there.
I think any of those over it being about the it ends with us drama makes sense. Like, I can't believe people thought it had to do with that. And there were a lot of people going in on that on my TikTok.
All right. All you people for Justin, he's married. He don't want you. He don't know about you.
Yes. Thank you for saying this.
You're not on his payroll.
Yes.
Get a life.
And it's so crazy. And I love how they've somehow, like, it's somehow made her the poster child for this whole thing. Like, just because she was mentioned one time, she walked in at the end of a meeting, and now it's like, oh my God, she is a part of the takedown. Like, everybody relax. Everybody relax. And you know what? We will never all know the truth.
Yeah.
And there's actually a creator, Hello Teffy. I love Teffy. She's amazing. She's a Miami girly, Hispanic, fire, saucy personality, strong ass woman. And she said something, and she's worked in the media. She works a lot of entertainment news, like carpets and outlets for, I think she does InStyle, if I'm not mistaken. But she said something, and it's so true. People were, because she comments on a lot of entertainment stuff. And people were like, how come you haven't really commented on this? And she's like, well, the way that I know the media, that when something is so sensationalized with Justin, like with Justin and Blake, for example, like when people are so thirsty for information, it's not the same process as like when the media will just like report something out and like do their research and take time. Any bit of information is offered up like, oh, a source said this, a source said that, because they're just trying to jump on any new piece of information, that it's just become like spitting stuff out. And then people are like making it this thing. We aren't really sure what the hell is going on.
Yeah, and I don't care. They'll both be fine.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Like, it's getting so, the fact that they brought this into the Super Bowl, I'm like, everybody relax.
Poor Taylor.
Stand down.
She should just have no friends.
Stand down. Like, I really hope that the TMZ reports are true. And I don't know, like, it's TMZ, but there's sources basically saying that she's kind of distancing herself from Blake. And
I get it.
I know that she's the type of like friend that's going to be like supportive and whatever.
Of course, yeah.
But if Blake was actually, and I'm not saying I'm on a side, because I'm not on a side, and I think there's
repeat that.
I am not on a side
because people can't
because
read.
I've seen crazy things on both ends, and I don't
Yeah.
really know the whole story. And I think like you can make a case this or that. Like, I'm sorry, what is wrong in the world? Like, you guys have lost the plot. You've lost your minds for this person you don't even know.
Mhm.
I think on both ends you can make a case of wrongdoing, and it's just gotten to such a point.
I feel like people crack me up because I think about this lady in Pakistan, how everyone's talking about her.
Yes.
And when
you need to talk about this lady.
When Luigi
Mangione.
RMP'd that guy, I feel like that became, people had
United
opinions
Healthcare
too,
CEO.
because people were like on his. I feel like people are just so unhinged when they follow things like that.
The
It's crazy.
ride or die
Yes.
situation
It's like,
is going to, it's another planet. It's unwell.
Yeah.
It's being, you're just
like I ride or die for my fictional characters, and that I get.
yeah, that's fine. I was watching this girl. She was playing this song. It was actually Doechie's song. Remember, she won the best rap album. She's and best new artist.
Mhm.
She's doing, or I'm not sure if she won best new artist. She was nominated at the Grammys, and it got me like into her music. And somebody was playing one of her songs, and it was like, she's like, yeah, sometimes I like to like have fun. I like to do drugs. I like to da da da. And she's like dancing around, and she's like, yeah, I relate to this, but my drug of choice is Zayden Ryerson. I was like,
I love
yes,
that.
bitch.
We get it.
I was like, that's my drug of choice too.
I agree.
Like,
Zay Daddy.
Zay Daddy.
Can't wait for that casting.
Yes.
Ugh.
Oh my goodness.
Ugh.
So excited about that. Speaking of unwell, going back to the Super Bowl.
Okay.
For some reason, well, before I even get into that category of unwell, for some reason, this Super Bowl,
Oh, you're going to talk about Kanye, aren't you?
yeah, I was. and we're going to get there.
Once you
But
said
for
unwell.
yep, exactly. For some reason, this Super Bowl for me wasn't like we weren't that into it. We went off on a huge tangent, but getting back to the Super Bowl, like we were not like it. The game was bad. The Chiefs completely tanked. Like, did they even show up? Like, what was that? It wasn't a game. It wasn't exciting. Like, the end of the game, we knew the whole fourth quarter basically that like it was already over.
Yep.
They did the Gatorade pour on the Eagles coach like when the game was still happening in the fourth quarter. I thought that was a little bit in poor taste. Like, obviously we know the Eagles are winning, but why are you pouring the Gatorade on your coach when the game is still going on?
They knew they had it in the bag.
Yeah, they did. But don't you think that's a little bit Wait
Girl,
for the game
I
to
didn't
end.
even make it to that part.
Wait for the game to end. Like, don't you think that's a little bit crazy? Like, they're still actively playing the game and they pour the Gatorade on the coach. Like,
They were like, finally.
Like, yeah. Look, I'm happy for them. I'm happy it was a new team that won.
Agreed.
It's sad for a team that loses. I always think about, I'm such like an empath. I'm always like, yeah, but I'm sure there were some Chiefs players that have never won a Super Bowl and like we're excited, but can't win them
say
all.
that.
Can't win them all. But yeah, so I just didn't feel like so pulled in. I wasn't really even, I don't even think the commercials were that good. I was like, I couldn't name one, like the whole thing.
Yeah.
Kendrick did great though. I thought he was good. You're torn.
I'm torn.
People are torn.
Because I feel like I wanted to hear like some of his like OG shit. Like, you know, stuff
that people know.
Yeah, that people know. And I was just like, okay, I get the whole Drake thing. But like, let's move on from Drake.
Yeah,
Why are we thinking about Drake?
We could have had some more of his like big hits that more people would know. I think he's also like
Serena though? Having Serena?
I was dead when I saw Serena. I was like, is that Serena Williams? Like, I almost like gassed at myself. I was like, no. And then sure enough, I saw it everywhere. Yeah, so that was good. And she's Drake's ex, so it's funny.
That was funny about it, yeah.
People brought this up, and I hate to even go there about this, but I'm tired of people taking a moment that's funny and a big moment in a person's life and making it and tarnishing that moment for them. Like, apparently Serena Williams, when she was younger, her older sister was killed, and she was killed by a gang member, and it says that he was a Crip. And so now people started blowing up the internet being like, she's doing a Crip walk and her sister was killed by a Crip. Like, and now it's like, just let her perform at the Super Bowl.
And also, what the fuck does that have to do with you?
Like,
that's
why are
her
you gonna
life
ruin
that happened
this
to.
memory for her? I'm sure
Please.
she, like, if she can make her choices, like, you don't have to tell
if
Serena
she didn't think
Williams
twice about it, why are
like,
you even
and
bringing
now
it to
you're
light?
making it this thing that it's not. Just let her dance in the Super Bowl. It's really like, it's getting out of control here.
You can't make everyone happy. I've learned that.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
but I will say while we can't really name many of the commercials this year,
can't forget one.
Underwhelmed, but one for sure made its mark in the worst way. So did you see the clip?
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah.
So basically Kanye West is in a dentist chair. It's a selfie video. He's like, I spent all my money on my teeth, so I'm shooting my ad on the iPhone. And it only aired in the Los Angeles market, which is still a big market. Like, if you're doing a local ad, it's still like LA. And he was like, anyways, go to Yeezy.com. And you go to Yeezy.com and there's one thing for sale, and it's a swastika t-shirt.
No.
You didn't see it?
No, I saw the commercial, but I didn't know if you actually went to the site what it was.
Girl.
No, it was not.
He's selling.
You're kidding.
Swastika t-shirts.
No, he's not.
It's sickening, disgusting.
There's no, I don't believe you.
And also the thing is,
what makes people think, let me go on the website? I would like, I didn't.
People went
what?
on. This is it. This is what.
No.
I don't know how many people can see this.
We need to throw that man out.
I don't even want to show it on our episode, to be honest with you.
What? Is that legal?
Exactly. Thank
you. Is that
you.
legal?
So I'll tell you what the developments were of that.
Wow.
But it was so disturbing and disgusting. He has been. So you were just laughing because you thought the commercial was funny.
Well, I thought the commercial was stupid. I'm like, way to advertise your website like that.
No, it's not. That's not the big thing. It's the swastika t-shirt.
Jesus Christ.
This
Kanye.
man, he really needs help.
Oh, my God.
He really needs help. So that's what he's selling. And this follows a slew of things that he wrote on X. He went on a rampage praising Hitler. He literally wrote, I'm a Nazi. He is going off about like anti-Semitic things. He was talking about Kendrick at the Super Bowl. He's been tweeting like free puff meaning Diddy. And he said Kendrick's only job, like only reason to be at the Super Bowl is to yell free puff. Like that he was calling on Kendrick to say that during the halftime.
Why isn't he Baker Act? Like, why hasn't anyone put this man away?
You know what people's argument is, and I agree. Have you heard Wendy Williams speak out? Now, you know she's under conservatorship. Like, she's Britney Spears up.
Yes.
And she is I was shook to my core. She went on the Breakfast Club with Charlemagne. She had somebody else with her that could speak more freely for her because legally she couldn't say some things. She is completely sound of mind. She's making her jokes. She's very articulate. She is fully herself. I heard that bitch. She is in jail, like essentially. She's in a room. She's like in a center, and she is just rotting away in there, and she's depressed, and she is herself. She is there. And this is exactly what happened to Brittany. Now we hear and see Brittany and we're like, who is this person? Why? Because she went loony. And this is Wendy crying out for help, and she sounds completely normal. Okay. And people are saying, how is Wendy Williams in a conservatorship but not Kanye? And I mean, after this, he's really, really, really sick.
I heard, not to bring up conspiracies, but
Okay.
I heard Wendy Williams, the reason, she's went downhill or like is because of Beyonce with the, her saying that.
With the baby?
Yeah.
So Beyonce and Jay-Z locked her up? Oh.
I think you don't fuck with
I
them.
don't think I actually believe that, but that's a funny one. Good job, guys.
She brought that up. And
People are so funny. They will find the craziest shit. They will just...
That's why we were talking about Beyonce, not, like Jay-Z. I was like, oh, God, we're little people. Don't come after me.
Listen, that running joke is really funny. And the joke being that, like, you don't mess with them or they'll mess with you. And the reference being that wasn't Wendy, like, saying that Beyonce wasn't actually carrying her child.
When she sat down, it looked
it
flat.
did look crazy.
Yeah, everyone's seen it.
That footage was crazy.
See,
when she sat down, it looked like her stomach deflated for if you slowed it down. And it could very well have just been the angle or weird camera or whatever happened. I'm not saying she didn't carry her
I'm
kid,
not saying that either.
But this is what you're referring to.
Yes, that's what I'm
all
referring to.
we're
Yes.
saying.
That she made a comment about it. She pulled it up,
she was
replayed
like, she was
and
like,
then
huh?
things were...
And if you see, in her defense, if you look at it, it doesn't look right. Yeah. But it doesn't mean that she wasn't pregnant. It's just a weird moment.
We're kidding Jay-Z and Beyonce.
No, we're not saying that, but
Yeah, I ain't do nothing to her.
But it is funny that people think like you can't mess with them.
Oh, people! I love like conspiracies. Like I love reading. I'm like, people are fucking crazy.
Yeah, but at least
but I see it.
You can appreciate it because you're gonna laugh at it. But
yes.
But the sad thing is,
they're
like,
serious.
people will go Justin Baldoni to the grave with this stuff, and it's like, can everybody calm down?
Any natural disaster that happens, they're like, look at the colors.
Yes,
it was
yes,
this
yes.
political thing
It
that
was
did it.
The government. The government took out 3,000 people. They made that hurricane. They created the hurricane.
I'm like, I don't know what drugs you on, but
but yeah, all I have to say is, just to wrap up that thought, like, I truly hope that Kanye gets the help that he needs. Shopify has since taken down, thank God, the store.
Okay.
And they issued a statement basically saying that it goes against their terms of like commerce, and they took down the merchant, and there is no, like, it's not up anymore.
And him being a father, too, it's like so distasteful. Your poor kids get the backlash of this.
It's really sick and insane. And the sad part is, like, when you have, like, the main parent that's always watching you and parenting you and, like, punishing you and all of those things, like, they're not the fun parents. So their kids are like, we want daddy. And it's just like, and he feeds off of it too. And then she can only do the best that she can.
My thing is like, listen, there's love for everyone. The fact that man got a wife and he's that crazy, and she's just as crazy as him.
I'm scared for her.
No, I think she's a loony too. They must be doing the same kind of drugs or something, because
she must be like not fully
she can't fully be
because to me, like, people try and make this argument about Bianca Censori and say like, it's, empowering, and what's the difference about being on a fashion magazine naked and this and that, and it's art. And I understand that argument, but it comes across like she is his accessory, like she is his pet.
Yes.
And she's don't know if there is this kind of abusive power dynamic. You have this like famous rapper, and it is scary. And I hope she's making these decisions fully what she wants, and she's happy, and that's all I care about. But yes, but I will say about Shopify, I'm a little disappointed that it took multiple days for them to take down.
That shit was up for days.
The Super Bowl ad promoted the swastika t-shirts.
Maybe they didn't know.
And they didn't know it. As soon as the ad dropped on Sunday, people went to Yeezy.com and saw what he was selling. And I can't even say this man was hacked.
Those headlines were
everywhere.
That seems like something he would do.
No, he wasn't hacked.
Yeah, no.
Because he's also tweeting out, I'm a Nazi, and praising Hitler. So we
should send his ass over there.
Those were headlines on Sunday night. Why did it take until Tuesday to take that down? Shopify. Like, that's crazy
All
to
right.
me.
We're not giving that man any more.
No more airtime from book, please.
Done.
Bitch, please. No. Mm-mm. Okay. Do you want to do a little bit about what's on our TBR?
Yes.
So one of our booklets, Juliana, asked us or gave us a suggestion to name some things on our TBR list. So we are excited to have some of those for you guys. We had previously at the beginning of the year mentioned one or two books that we were looking forward to reading this year. Those were Quicksilver, The Let Them Theory by Mel Robbins, and then Onyx Storm, which we are reading right now. So I do want to circle back and just mention that those were some that we had originally said and they were on our list.
Well, I put Quicksilver back on my list.
Oh, you put Quicksilver? Okay.
So we'll get that out the way.
Pretend we didn't say that one. But The Let Them Theory by Mel Robbins, highly suggest.
That comes up all the time on my recommendations
I
for books.
love Mel Robbins. She is such a role model for me. Podcaster, author, amazing. And what I had said about her too was like she was the one who, when she was going on Oprah to promote her book, it was like the biggest moment in her, like one of the biggest moments where she's like going to Oprah to talk about her book. And she said to her, like, she looked at Oprah and she's like, I just really want to be here for this.
Aww.
And what she meant by that was like,
Present.
I want to be present.
Mm-hmm.
She was physically there, but she said, I spent a lot of my life not being there. And that to me has stayed with me. I had mentioned it before, but I just wanted to kind of circle back and like bring this up, that concept is, it's so true because we can be somewhere, but we're in our head. We're anxious. We're thinking, oh my gosh, is this interview going well? She's just like, I just want to enjoy that I'm across the table from Oprah and she's praising my book.
Yeah, that's hard to do.
And it's like such a beautiful thing to say, like, I want to be here for this. Like, let me just enjoy, because we worry too much and then the moment is gone. And I feel like it's just such a powerful thing to say, and absolutely love Mel Robbins. So definitely can't wait to read that book.
Yay. So, I mean, I guess, yes, that would be your first. Mine would be Quicksilver by Callie Hart.
Okay, I have The Wedding People by Alison Espach. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but I think so.
Girl, I'd be butchering names if y'all know me.
Go ahead.
So this one is actually, I don't know who recommended it. Someone did, but it's called Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, and it was actually published in 1998.
Ooh.
So it has 4 stars.
Okay.
Goodreads.
Follows your rule. I have Green Lights by Matthew McConaughey, which I have heard people praise, and you loved it, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
So definitely a book I want to read.
There's a part in that book that lives rent-free in my head, and it like breaks my heart to think about it. But when you read it, you'll know what part I'm talking about. Yeah. The next one was actually recommended by one of our bookster girls on Instagram, and it's called The Paper Swan by Layla Attar.
Ooh,
so that one is supposed to be spicy.
I have The Midnight Library by Matt Haig.
Okay. And this, most of my recommendations, but this one's recommended by someone I've been seeing recently. It's called Level Up, Turning Your Obstacles into Superpowers by Auro Nunez Alfaro. So that one is like a self-help, you know.
Love.
That one's good.
Okay, I have November 9 by Colleen Hoover. You know, I had to get a little coho in there.
Oh, I love that for you.
Yes.
Another one I want to read, and this one's more on the thriller side. It's The Girl Who Was Taken by Charlie Denali. Yeah.
Okay. And then I also have, because the Let Them Theory wasn't really my fifth, I have The Boyfriend by Frida McFadden. I actually
nerve. No, I'm kidding.
I actually kind of want to see what that one's about, because I feel like, you know what? I'm going to put either The Boyfriend or Never Lie, because I think people love Never Lie.
Lies. Wait, yeah.
Did
I'm
you
tired
read that
of
one?
The Inmate, The Coworker.
Me too.
The Boy. I'm sick of those.
I know, but I want to do one thriller. I want to go. I always like to like circle back on a Frida after some time.
I'm Frida out.
But I can't do. Yeah, I'm not.
Unless you come in on the pod, Frida.
I don't really read a lot of Frida, so I'm not a thriller girly. But like every once in a while, I like to plop one in there, test the waters. I feel like because we have a book pod, I have to know more Frida than I do, because it's just like everybody knows all these books and they reference them, and I'm like, I don't know them. But I have heard Never Lie is like,
it's on my
people
list.
say it pretty high, like the way that they talk about the housemaid. So I definitely think, and I have heard people like the boyfriend, hated the coworker,
Hated
absolute
the inmate.
ass.
Damn turtles.
The turtles is the coworker.
Yeah, the coworker.
Yes, truly.
Apparently,
ass.
she does the coworker, and she does like the snowflake thing. Like, she does it in a lot of her books.
Yeah.
I'm like, if I read another book with a goddamn turtle, I'm gonna lose my mind.
No, it's absolutely
See,
not.
this is my thing as someone that loves thrillers. Like, I can't read the same author all the time, especially someone like Frida, because
it's the same
same
type of
kind
vibe.
of a vibe. Exactly. Like, I like to switch it up, and I hate to say it, but I feel like all authors have like, especially if you're a thriller, you have like 1 or 2 books that are so good, and then the rest are like very similar good too. But
Yes.
I feel like, for example,
There's
Frida
always-
has some great ones, but I don't think every one of them
Yes.
could be at that caliber.
Yes, and I feel that way heavy
so I like to
about
switch it up.
Colleen Hoover. She has some good, really good ones, and then some are just so cheesy that you can't even get through it. And so,
Reminders of him.
yes, best one
Ugh.
for sure. But
Such a
yes,
good one.
okay, we
Yes.
are here. We're ready. We're gonna get into Onyx Storm, but we can do a little quick recap.
Yep.
The Empyrean series started with Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros and then Iron Flame. So we met Violet Sorrengill and Zadaddy Zayden Ryerson. And obviously we know now that they're together, but like she started off on her journey in Fourth Wing. She joined the Riders Quadrant when everyone thought she was going to be a scribe. She went through this whole journey. She bonded 2 dragons, which is like unheard of, and Darna and Tarn. We're just giving you like a little trying to get your nuggets going because it's been a while since we've read these
for
books.
a trope. It's Enemy to Lovers.
I would say.
Okay.
I would say.
Yeah.
Yes, and for sure because the first Fourth Wing, the first book, we spent half of it thinking that Zayden wanted to kill her.
Yes.
We absolutely, if
The
you
mom
remember,
killed
we
his
absolutely
family.
hated Jack Barlow in that book.
We still
And
fucking
we
hate.
still hate Jack Barlow. And we thought that, Violet killed him. But anyways,
We have to
and
shed
we
some
met
light on our boy Liam.
Yes, we met
love you.
Rhiannon. We love
We
Liam.
love
But did
Rhiannon.
Liam pass in book 2?
No. 1. Yeah, because in 2 is when she thought he was like there when she was getting tortured.
in her head.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
we lost him in book 1, and then we met his sister Sloane in book 2.
Yes,
and
correct.
Violet picks up trying to redeem because Sloane absolutely hated Violet
Blamed
for
her.
being a part of her brother's death, and Liam fought the good fight. He was fighting the venom, and he was ultimately killed, and he was. It was just really sad. At the end of that book, we left off with Violet essentially like waking up from almost dying herself and finds out that her brother Brennan is alive.
Yep.
If you remember, she also has a sister named Mira. Her mom was always very strict, very by the book, very against like any thoughts of the rebellion, always tried to cover up that there's actually Venom and Wyvern out there. So that's kind of where we left off, was her waking up and seeing that Brennan is alive.
Yep.
Then we go into Iron Flame. Their second years now. Riddick, Sawyer, Rhiannon, Violet they all came into the Riders Quadrant together. They became cadets. They're in their second year now. Sloane joins as a first year. That's Liam's sister. Violet is trying to make her, trying to watch over her. She promised Liam. That
I still don't like Dane.
We didn't like Dane.
He got better, but he's still a bitch.
Dane we went through a lot with Dane of like trying to like protect her and not allowing her to be strong and be a woman and make her decisions. He was like, go be a scribe. Like he didn't
loyal to his family as well.
He was like, yes, very much like what daddy says goes. He was like, no, I need to protect you. You can't be a dragon rider. You have to be go be a scribe. Like, we can sneak you out of this. Like, you don't have to fight. Like, and Zayden was like, no, this is how let's do it. Like, make sure this is looking good. Like, he empowered her, and that was the big difference. What's wrong?
We got violated on. We got our first strike on TikTok.
For what?
I don't know. I said we violated something.
Maybe because you closed out. Guys, we stream live sometimes when we're doing our episodes on TikTok. So why did we get a violation?
You've received a warning for your first violation. The next violation will result in a strike.
What did we do?
Misinformation.
Where's the misinformation?
Was it Kanye?
It wasn't. Maybe it was your conspiracy theory.
Oh, shit.
Who reported it?
Jerks.
Maybe it was your Beyonce. This is funny.
Damn, I appealed it though.
Good girl. That's really funny. I'm dead. I'm dead for real. But yeah, oh wow, TikTok be hating.
Damn.
That's really crazy. They're on their shit though. I tried to post a TikTok video talking about the Kanye situation, and they would not let that.
That's
shit
what
fly.
it was. We must have been talking about
but
Kanye.
no, but they would have said not misinformation. They would have said like something else.
Information.
That's a little strange.
They're like Beyonce was pregnant.
Listen, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But yeah, okay. So moving along, like we go through that, and towards the end, I mean, Violet joins the rebellion. She learns that what she's been taught is not the truth. Like the government has been hiding things. We hated that Dane's father, and Dane got so much better. He even like protected her. He wouldn't share her thoughts. He helped her get out when she was being interrogated and tortured. Like he did redeem himself. Yeah. Towards the end, then we get to like the wards were down. Venom were coming in. It was a really like the cliffhanger ending was insane.
Well, yeah, Mama coming in, helping
out. So we just left off where like they're trying to get the wards up, and Violet is using, it's like essentially almost sacrificing herself, like using all of her strength and power to get these wards up as a last ditch effort, because when the wards are up, the Venom are not as powerful, and they were fully attacking Navarre.
And it would have killed her. She
and it would have killed her. And Violet's mom stepped in, and we hated her like for 2 books. And she went in there. Yeah, it was really, so we leave off with her mother dead. That was like her final act, and like she realizes her daughter was doing the right thing, the good thing, and she did come around, unlike Dane's father, Colonel Atos.
Bro, so Rebecca, if you don't kill this man
literally
in this book,
please. So we leave off with that, and then Xaden becoming Venom at the very end. And then we had to wait all this time for Onyx Storm, and now we're here.
Okay. Beginning for me, okay.
We read chapters 1 through 13 this week.
Yes, 1 through 13.
In Onyx Storm.
So for me, I don't know if I'm just special, slow. I feel like fantasy books, and ACOTAR was the same way. There's so much going on. There's so many people. The names are not easy. Why can't they be Sarah and Nicole? Yeah. They're always, but then also a lot going on. There's like this place you live in, and this guy, and then there's just so much big words for me that I'm just like, okay. But I get the concept of like what's going on, but yeah.
So like where we pick up essentially is like right when Xaden has become Venom.
Yes.
There's a few key things that we find out. So like Andarna's like coming into herself now. She's grown. We realize now, we know she's the 7th dragon. We found that out at the end of the last book. So we see that, and this is not an uncommon thing. A lot of people, I've seen really funny TikToks of people like trying to process when they started this book, like all the new faces, all the things happening, all the places. No, it's definitely not. And just think, okay, so now we're coming into a world where like we know that the Griffin Riders are not on the bad side. They had only been coming in to take weapons because the alloy that keeps the wards up is also what can kill the Venom. So they're putting that in daggers. They're getting weapons.
Saving other towns, keeping other towns safe.
Yes, exactly. And they knew the truth.
Yes.
So they are now working with our good people that we love, who aren't against this whole like concept of a rebellion. And that's where my hoop came out.
Some big hoops.
Let's just stick it in this headphone. So we come back to them kind of coming together. We see Andarna changed, and she's grown and still developing. And she did say, she mentioned something at the very beginning of the book in the prologue that like she says that magic feels different when she changes color. So we know, and she was able to manipulate and burn and kill a Venom when she was a different color. And so we're learning now, basically the whole point of what we're setting the scene for is like to find a cure to change Xaden.
They need
They need a cure for the Venom, and that's like the whole mission.
Yep. Research.
So, and we think Andarna is the cure, it's safe to say.
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
We're looking for
That's
her
they
kind.
need to know more about her kind.
She says that she presents herself and mainly stays black because if you remember, she had like black scales, but Violet would say, but like in certain lights, like this kind of tinted and this and that. Iridescent. So we learn that she is what she's called is the irid.
Oh, when this show comes out, she's gonna be beautiful.
Yes, yes. So that is very exciting.
Mm-hmm.
What is happening with Xaden? Like he's obviously changed. Violet at the beginning, she's like really refusing to accept that he's different. She's like, "You're not different. You're fine." And he's like, "No, I feel different."
Yeah. But he still has himself. Like, he's not heartless. He's still there. He's still present.
I loved just going back into their love story and feeling how obsessed he is. Like, she's like, "Yeah, but don't you love me?" He's like, "I love you more than I would do anything for you." I love, like, just the way that he proclaims her love is just in such a way that's like, oh my God. It's just
I will be so mad if she's the cure. If it's like Violet's love turns him good again.
No.
I will literally.
No. Because they tried to even like be intimate.
Yes.
And they couldn't.
Yeah, and he had to hold
the
back.
The cure is not. It's definitely like has to do with that seventh dragon
as long
type.
As there's no kissing shit.
No, I really think that would not be it. I mean, the scene is already set. Why are we looking for this dragon?
That's true.
The wards, Mira said that like she estimates the wards will be down in like 6 months. Violet's like, I thought we had at least a year. And she's saying too, like in the same breath, like it could take decades to find Andarna's kind.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like that doesn't match up. It could take decades to find the dragon, which is what we think is going to help. But we have 6 months.
But why do the Venin also want? Because remember the silver-haired girl?
Yes.
Don't remember her name.
Stephanie,
yes. That she like is excited, like she wants to meet Andarna too.
Yes.
Like, and I'm just like, what would she do
wants
for them?
Something. Yes, and we learn more about their kind because they have signets.
Yeah.
And we know, and we're waiting for Violet to have a second signet.
It's taking
she's looking,
forever.
She's like, Andarna, let's go. I actually loved how saucy Andarna was and like playful in this. And she's making these little comments. And like, she was like, oh, tell them, like negotiating for her own things, like just for fun. She's like, I want to hunt in there, like for, like, just add that in there, like as part of my demands. Like, I thought it was funny. She's a saucy little thing. I love her.
They use the same voices for the audio, and I still cringe at some of them.
Oof. I can only imagine. And I can only imagine what it sounds like on 2.5 with those voices. Yeah, no. This was never going to be me, honey. Never going to be me.
I started reading it. It's just, the book is beautiful.
Yeah.
It's like just when I,
Yeah, when you need to hurry up or you'll pick up on audio. Totally. But yes, so that's kind of what we're going through right now. They are also negotiating to strike a deal with Poromil, and it's just really setting the scene right now.
Yes. She's trying to bring everyone together, but also financiers.
Yes.
Senia's helping her figure out, things with the library.
She's such a real one.
Yeah. I think they let her go or something. She's not a scribe anymore, right? Something happened with her when now she's like, they think she's kind of like a traitor, but she's not. Mm-hmm. Oh, we have to talk about her being a traitor. How Dane's dad.
Mm-hmm. Colonel Atos.
Yeah.
He charged her with treason. He is just the worst of the worst.
I'm so sick of him.
Yeah.
Can we kill him?
I mean, they're like, these kids are literally doing everything to like save the world.
And he has a son the same age.
And you know exactly what's happening. And it's like, and they're playing, and it's like, then they find out that like Mirren's family, like they were attacked, and the Navarre is basically saying like, we're not going to go help. It's a small ass village. So Violet and her friends are like, we'll go. And then they go. Violet gets summoned there, and they're like, oh yeah, we killed Mirren's parents to like get you over here.
And then she's like, oh, but save the kids.
Like, like, oh great, they have no parents.
Yeah. I kind of feel like I'm going to like her though eventually. Like, yes,
Stephanie.
I feel like that she's
making some things. Mm-hmm. She's saying some things that like,
she's level-headed.
She called Violet a leash. She called Garrick a walker. Mm-hmm. I don't know what that means yet.
The walker?
Yeah.
That he got there fast. He like, that's his signet. He has a second signet.
I know that, but is that what
his term? That's what the term is called that he does.
I guess.
Because then she started.
Because like, are those the terms for that? Like,
I don't know.
Violet and her people, because she
leashes,
didn't know what those things. Like I think wasn't it like they were surprised at the term she was using? Maybe they were just learning what they were.
I think it was when she said the iridescent thing.
Oh, okay.
That's what she learned that was new.
Yeah.
But I think when she said Walker, like she understood that was his sickness.
That he can
that he
go
got. That's why he got there
distances
fast.
quickly.
Yep.
Yes.
I thought leash meant like she was like Zayden's like pet. That's what I got from that. Like she's on a leash.
Okay.
With her. That's what I got.
I thought it was like I see.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, you could be right too.
No.
This is what I mean. Sometimes this book has so much in it that like I'm like trying to understand it, but then we eventually do. So Rebecca brings things back together.
Yeah. So let me see how I want to check my notes too to see like any major.
Well, he becomes a teacher. That's like kind of the ending of it.
That was the big ending.
Yeah, I didn't expect that.
Yes.
And once she said, and I was like, really, you can't date your teachers? People do that.
Yeah, it's like in the code of conduct, you can't date an instructor.
Yeah.
And we find out at the end that. So a big piece that we're waiting for is for Violet's second signet to manifest.
Yes.
And then we find out that Xaden will be instructing how, like, fighting with signets and how to control them and this and that. And it's like kind of the last thing that happens at that end of chapter 13 where we stopped. So it was kind of a cliffhanger for us. And then she's like, well, that's smart of him because it's a way for him strategically to stay in the wards and like keep his power down or his like veninousness from like being full force within. So he has to stay within the wards. It's a safer thing. But then she's like, oh shit, like we can't really technically be known to be together now. Like now they're going to have to be, I guess, hide it or whatever.
Yep. And another thing I want to mention that happened too was when they were interrogating Jack, how, like some of the stuff he was saying, I was like, he makes it seem like they're like, they chose this. Obviously, I know like when they can choose it. But like, I don't know. I feel like there's so much more to it. I think they're going to be
so Jack was saying that's a really good point to bring up. He kind of was like, this whole thing was, okay, so what we learn about the Venom is like they can sense each other and feel each other. And he said that the new ones can really like
hide,
can sense it, but as you get more developed, you can hide yourself, like so they don't know that you're coming. So like Xaden was kind of using that to his advantage because he was like sensing certain things and whatever. But like people who like everyone will know where Xaden is because he's not at the level where he can like conceal it. But it seems like the more you develop as a Venom, like it gets worse for you and you don't want to change. You lose the desire. Like Jack is like, no, I'm free. Like I want this. Like, and Violet was like, oh, well, is that what's going to happen? Like, is he going to not want to change like at some point? And Jack was like, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's scary.
I think there's going to be some good of them. I think like there's going to be some that aren't as evil as the others. I think a lot more people will turn Venom. I think Xaden will. I think he will stay
because we are like.
Well, I think he's gonna rule them. I think he's gonna like stay,
yeah.
but he's gonna like teach them that they can be nice and still have that power.
Yeah.
So I think this is me foreshadowing.
And then
I think he's gonna run them.
Jack. She kept mentioning so many times that like Jack knows what Xaden is. So
yeah, he kept making comments like two of us.
He will eventually be the one to like out Xaden at some point.
Or maybe him and Xaden are a lot closer. Maybe they meet in private.
No, girl.
It's something to keep a secret.
Oh my goodness. Well, we will see. We are so excited to keep going in this book. It's starting off good. We're just really setting the scene here. So for next week, we're going to read chapters 14 to 25 in Onyx Storm by Rebecca Yarros.
If you guys are watching on YouTube, please make sure to subscribe. We're also on TikTok and Instagram at Book Please Podcast. Thanks, guys.
Bye.